Hello again, Warren here with the Peach State Prime Transformers channel. Today we have a very different video. So one of the things that I always liked to do when I was, a little bit younger, in my teens, into my college years, is to see what my Transformers and other action figures look like under a black light. And I'm sure there's several of you out there who have done the same, or, kind of wondered, what they look like, even if you've never done it yourself. So what I've done for this video is I've selected 10 random Transformers that kind of have a brighter deco to them that I think might look kind of cool under a black light. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this video, is we're going to see how they look. And if there's enough interest in this video, this may even become a series where we just kind of test different figures under blacklight and see how they look. And maybe this will inspire some different displays in your collection. Regardless, it's really just for fun, so I hope you enjoy it. So let's take a look at some, hopefully glowing Transformers. Alright folks, so this is kind of my setup here. This is a storage area at my house that, I have camping equipment and yard equipment back here. So, kind of a tight space, and if you see anything randomly glowing, that's what it is. But, I think we'll be pretty good back here. So, the first one we're going to start with is actually from a video that I did earlier when I started this channel that hasn't really gotten a lot of views. And, it goes with who it is. It's Armada Laserbeak. And, poor Armada Laserbeak is, often overlooked, often shunned for being an Autobot instead of a Decepticon, a role-play toy instead of a scaled accessory. But he looks pretty darn cool under a black light here, you have to admit. That bright orange really, popping there. You got the blue. So, if you're looking for one that looks cool under black light, that's neon orange all over, Armada Laserbeak is not bad. And sticking with our bright orange theme from Laserbeak here, we are going, well, before I do this one, so you might hear a clicking in the background. I'm also right next to our HVAC. It's working, don't worry, but that's all you're hearing in the background. But our next figure is quote-unquote G2 Jazz. And, of course, this was part of the Legacy Toxitron collection, I believe is what they just ended up calling it. That was a Walmart exclusive. And I totally just dropped him. So anyways, you can see he looks pretty good. A little tall for the lights here. The back, you see the windows glow quite brightly. And looks really cool. Let's raise this one light here. Okay, there you go. You can see his the top of him. So again, obviously being inspired by the G2 era, he is going to be pretty darn bright, especially when it comes to fluorescent lighting here. Alright, so let's move right along. And I had mentioned the Toxatron set, so let's look at Toxitron himself. There we go. So, as you can see, his weapons here are glowing vastly more than the rest of him. However, you can see the crest on his head and his tires. Hopefully that's picking up on camera here. They are super pink. And let's turn them around. You got those clear windows there, of course, picking up on the fluorescent lighting here, the black light. So again, another really cool one under the Blacklight. Alright, and then let's look at we're going to go back in time. We were talking about Generation 2. Here's Generation 2 Onslaught. As you can see, his eyes are glowing rather pink there. Hopefully you can see that on camera. And then honestly, the rest of him isn't glowing quite as much as I would have expected. You got some of these details on the back here that are glowing by, you know, and look, the cobwebs are. But again, that's pretty cool looking, you know, especially one of the brighter figures from G2. Now, speaking of Walmart exclusive lines, this is Hauler from the Velocitron 500 series. And, you know, mostly green, a nice bright green, and, you know, it's showing up pretty well underneath the Blacklight here. Especially his, you know, clear window in the front. Turn him around a little bit. So, yeah, he kind of has that glowing effect going on here. So, another one that looks cool, and again, it has to do a lot with the positioning of the Blacklight. And I have 4 on them, the figures here, so, you know, of course they're not all hung up, and not the darkest, well, it is the darkest area I have available, so, you know, still looking kind of cool. And, you know, and if you display these with a Blacklight, like, let's say, like a giant fish tank kind of deal, you know, it may not be completely dark there either, so this is likely what you'll see a lot. Alright, and if you can't tell already, this is Kingdom Tigatron. And, you know, mostly white, not really neon, but you got that, you know, I guess the crest in his head is neon orange, and, you know, the white glows. Let's take a look here on the back. Yeah, it's a cool figure to have, again, glowing. Alright, now I'm saving some of the better ones for last here. At least what I'm expecting to be better. We have a Titan's Return figure now. This is the retool of Skullcruncher. This is Croc. Of course, based on the Action Master Decepticon of the same name. And he's very Blacklight reflective. Let's raise this up a little. Yeah, I mean, you can see all over him. You know, of course, parts of him are black, but also very neon as well. Turn him around here. He's wanting to do a split on me. And again, it's always when you're showing off a figure that they want to act up. You know, stands perfectly still on my shelf any other time. Okay, so that's one of my favorites so far that we've seen. Still have 3 more. And I'm expecting a lot out of this next figure. We have Age of the Primes, Venom, better known as Venom, the deluxe Insecticon. That is beautiful. Just look at those wings. Just how much they're glowing there. That is truly awesome. Let's take a look at the back here. Oh, and those bug legs, the alternate mode legs. That's really cool. And then, of course, you know, the guns, bright green on top of his head. I like that a lot. All right, and then, you know, this is a pretty recent figure. We're going to look at something also very recent, even more recent than Venom there. And this is Studio Series 86, Voyager Class, More Than Meets the Eye Collection, Target exclusive, Hot Rod. Yes, the one that's pink. And of course, you know, I don't think the pink's going to be what really pops here. I think we're going to be looking at the orange a little bit more. But yeah, his arms that are pink and his head actually are glowing pretty well. That's cool. This kind of reminds me, you know, if you were to do a setup with black lights here, you know, you could have him and Galvatron, which I don't have Galvatron out with me right now for this video. But, you know, when they're inside Unicron in the movie, I think some black lighting there would make for an awesome display. All right, we're going to take a look at one more. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is the one I tested this with. This figure already had its own video, and it's going to blow all these others out of the water for one simple reason, and it's kind of cheating. But this is the Blockies Galaxy Class exclusive Transformers the Movie 1986 Unicron head. And just take that in for a minute. You know, this thing is made out of translucent plastic, so obviously the black light is going to pick it up. In my video where I built this thing and reviewed it, you know, I shown a flashlight behind it. This this really shows off what the you know, the clear plastic will do. And I mean, you move it around different angles. Just look how eerie that looks. And of course, you know, this particular Blockies figure, the mouth can open and close. And just very awesome. And we'll do a little bit of a 360 here. Just, again, really gives you a spectral kind of look, you know, ghostly look to, you know, the Unicron, you know, to Unicron after his head's been severed, you know, and he's still kind of there but not there. Really, really awesome. All right, here is your group shot. Again, as we saw today, certain figures did indeed show up better. And, you know, this was kind of an experiment, you know, something kind of impromptu. I wanted to see how it, you know, would work. And I think we got some interesting results here. I mean, G2, known for its neon bright colors, really showed up the least. And those inspired by G2 colors, Toxitron did all right. I think Jazz did much better. And of course, you know, I think the best four were Venom here, Hot Rod, Armada Laserbeak, who everybody likes to ignore, and then, of course, that translucent Blockies Unicron head. So, you know, just some of these, it just looks so good. Like, I'm really impressed with that Hot Rod and Venom, of course. So, thank you very much for watching. I know this, our little experiment got mixed results. And definitely plan on trying some more in the future. You know, what Transformers figures would you like to see me try? Or do you know for a fact look good under blacklight? Or do you have blacklight photos of Transformers? You know, share a link with us in the comments here. You know, it just was very impromptu and just something that sounded like fun to me. So, figured I'd give it a shot, see what everybody thinks. And, you know, if there seems to be enough interest, you know, enough views and all that, then, you know, we'll kind of make this a series every once in a while. Not every single video, but, you know, every now and again. But anyways, if you did like this video, besides leaving a comment, like it on YouTube here. That helps other people get to see it. Of course, you can subscribe to the Peach State Prime Transformers channel for more fun Transformers content, including reviews and different looks into some of the Transformers, you know, merchandise, we'll say, because it's not always, you know, your regular toys there. And of course, if you like other fun stuff, I do have my original channel, Peach State Prime, where I cover other stuff I'm interested in, as well as fun stuff that I do, you know, whether it be shopping at collectible stores, different events, you know, fun places, you know, fun shopping experiences, food. Let's see what else. Tourist attractions when I'm traveling, and of course local. So, you know, take a look at that if you, you know, have some time to kill and want a fun video to watch. Anyways, thank you once again for watching this video. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.